بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. This is Fahad Al-Shihri, and today we have Traveler 2, module 4. Our lesson is not my cup of tea. It's about grammar and speaking for today. Page 49. Our objective for today, or our goal for today, reporting a direct speech statement, just the statement. What is the meaning of reporting? It's like when you talk with someone, like you called someone, and then you want to transfer what he said to another person. We will get in details about reporting a direct speech. First, you have to know this is a very important grammar because you will use it every day. You will use it daily in your life. First, let's take the meaning of statement. What is the meaning of statement? A statement is defined as having a structure in which there is typically subject followed by a verb and then a further unit, such as a direct object. For example, Nasser loves cat. Nasser is a subject, a verb here is loves, and then the further or direct object is cat. Statement always end with period or follow stop. So if you want to make like a difference between statement and others, you could know that statement sentences never ask a question. It couldn't come as a question. It couldn't come as giving a command like do this or that, or make a request when you ask for something. We'll take examples about all of these. So for example, you are my friend. This is a statement. This is a statement because it started, as we said before, with a subject, you, and then a verb, are, and then the direct object, which is my friend. Are you my friend? This is a question. This is not a statement. This is just a regular question. Be my friend, like when you ask someone like to command him or order, like be my friend. This is a command. This is as a request. Can I use your computer, please? This is a request. So our lesson today about reporting direct speech is just about the statements, this type or this kind of sentence. The main reason behind using reporting speech, like when we want to tell someone what someone else said. So you talk to someone and then you want to transfer this or the message or the thing or the situation to another person. There are two ways. There are two ways of doing that. For example, we have Ali here, and he said that I am feeling sick. He is sick. And he told you that. How you transfer this message? How you tell another one about what Ali said? You can use two ways. The first one, you can repeat that person's words. You just repeat it. You don't change anything. This is what we call it direct speech. Direct speech. For example, Ali said, because we are talking about Ali, I am feeling sick. I am feeling sick. Look, we quote what he said. This, we call it quotation, and we quote what he said. We didn't change anything. We just tell the listener that Ali said this statement. So direct speech is the reporting of speech by repeating the actual words. The actual words, it's like the same word of the speaker. We don't change anything. The second way, which is important for us, and this is our grammar about, when you can use reported speech. when you can use reported speech to transfer or convey the message or the thing. For example here, Ali said that he was feeling sick. We don't have to use the quotation. Why? Because we will have the same meaning, but we change some words. Ali told me. So we can use said or told. Said or told. Told because it's in the past. And said it's in the past of say. That it's not really important. So you can use that or you can just omit it. Ali said he was feeling sick. So it's the same meaning, but we changed some words. Ali told me that he was feeling sick. We had before the difference between said and told, how you use it. Like said, you don't have to have object. Told, you have to have object, like me. Me here is the object. Let's talk about reported speech in more details. For example, we have this example. Tom, he is feeling ill. He is feeling ill or sick. The meaning of ill is sick. So maybe someone heard him, like she heard him, that he is saying that he is feeling sick, and she wants to tell, like maybe let's say John, what Tom said. So where is Tom? Or the opposite, like he heard him and he wants to tell his maybe mom about what Tom said. Where is Tom? She's asking about Tom. He said he was feeling ill. He said he was feeling ill. So he here just used the reported speech, changed some words to make it the same meaning. It's the grammar we use if we want to tell another person about a conversation. So we just like transfer the conversation. That took place in the past. So the tense of this conversation, it was in the past because he asking him about the past, like maybe before 5 minutes, maybe before 1 minute, maybe before like 1 hour, and etc. For example, telephone call, news or story that someone told us about, and etc. Change. What we have to change when we want to change the direct speech to reported speech. First, we have to change the pronouns. Why? Because when someone say like I am or I want or anything like that, you are talking about him or her, so you can't say that I. You have to choose he or she based on the speaker. Tenses. If it's in the present, you have to change it to the past, and we will get to the tenses later. Time and place expressions. So for example here the direct speech, here is the direct speech or the statement, the sentence. I am going to the beach tomorrow. I am going to the beach tomorrow. And here we change it to reported speech. So we don't know about the speaker if he is male or female. So we used she or he. You can use one of them. Said because it's in the past. That, you can use that or you can just omit it. She was going, so we just chose she. If we consider it as a female, a girl. Was going. Why? Because it was here in present perfect and here or progressive, and here we have to use the past progressive. She was going to the beach. So we changed the pronoun from I to she. Then we changed the tense from present progressive to past progressive. And the last thing we changed the time from tomorrow to the next day, and we will get to all of this. In the reported speech, we use the past tense because it took place in the past. So if it's am or as, becomes was, are becomes were, has or have, both of them, they becomes had. See, because it's a regular verb, so we say so, for example. Can or can't, it could be could or couldn't, it becomes. Will or will not, it comes would or would not. Say until. We already had this say until, but we will talk about it again. We normally use the verbs say until, the difference between them. So we can use both of them in reported speech. The difference between them is that say can be used without object, as I told you before. So you can just use it like say and then the object, or without the object. Or you can use the object, but you have to use to before it. Till is always used with the object, because when you say like something like tell me, tell him, and etc. So this him or me is the object. We introduce reported speech with said that, or told plus the indirect object that can be omitted. So we can use said that, and we can say just said without that. Told is the same, we can say told me, for example, that, or we can just say told me without that. For example here, he said that she knew it. He said that she knew it. So here, if we don't use the object, it's correct. For the second one, when we use told, we have to use the object. We have to use the object. Here, me is the object. He told me that she knew it. That she knew it. This is just the difference between both of them. Pronouns. How to change the pronouns from the direct speech to reported speech. If we use I, it comes or becomes he or she. Me, him or her. Mine, his or her, and progressive possessive pronouns, his or her. Myself, it becomes himself or herself, and etc. You can see it in the table. So for example, we have this statement, this sentence. We have a lot of work today, Uncle Bob said to Victor. Here we use the direct speech because you can see the quotation. So Uncle Bob said the same sentence. We didn't change anything. And now we want to use the reported speech. Look at we. We changed we to they, as the table said. He told Victor, so we used told, and Victor is the object, that they had a lot of work to do that day. So you can see here one example of the pronouns. And we change it from we to they. We is the direct object speech, and they is the reported speech. Time and place. If we have in the direct speech these, like time or place, like now, it becomes then in the reported speech. Today, that day. Tonight, that night. Yesterday, the previous day, or the day before. So for these tables, you have to memorize them. You have to memorize them. There is no way to understand these things. You have to memorize, to put it in your mind. For example, here we use yesterday. Dad said, I visited the doctor yesterday. So we use yesterday here, and to see how it changed, Dad said he had visited the doctor the previous day. So yesterday it becomes the previous day. In tenses, we have present simple and it becomes past simple, as the example. Past simple, we change it to past perfect in reported speech. Present progressive, we change it to the past progressive. Present perfect, as you can see, these examples, it changed to the past perfect. So, for example here, this is a present progressive. I am going to the doctor. And the second one, when we change it to the past progressive, she said that she was going to the doctor. For the modal verbs, we have will, can, may, and must. And you can see here how it becomes, or how they become an unreported speech. Will, it becomes would, can, could, may, might, must, had, to. And these are examples. For the pronouns, we always change the pronouns. If the speaker talks about himself, you have to change it, and etc. So pronouns like I, she, we, and possessive adjectives. Something related, like my, for example, like my pen. This is what we call possessive adjectives. For example here, I understand your ideas, but I don't agree with them. So when we change it, like maybe the mother said this statement, my mother told me that she understood. So we have to change your to me, or she, and my, and etc. Ted's mother told him also. Look at this example. Mrs. Brown here, she said, my favorite film is on TV tonight. I love comedies. So just like a statement, just a sentence. Mrs. Brown here, it's the reported speech. When we want to tell someone else about what Mrs. Brown said. Mrs. Brown said that her favorite film was on TV that night. She said that she loved comedies. What has changed in the previous example? The pronoun from my to her, I to she. This is for the previous example. This one, this example. The tense from am to was, love to loved. Time words from tonight to that night. These what we changed in the one before example. Now go to page number 49. Here we have to fill these spaces. So if we want to say or tell, we can use and before it indirect object. The one we have to use the object is tell, because say or said we don't have to use object. We can, but we don't have to. Here when we change the tenses, like from present to past, from present perfect to past perfect, it will be the same. The past perfect and the verbs could, might, should, would, and used to don't change in the reported speech. So if you have these and the direct speech, you just put them as is in the reported speech. The past progressive usually doesn't change in the reported speech. If we have something like was going, this was the direct speech. We just, if we want to make it or change it from direct speech to reported speech, we just use the same tense. Now we'll go to this example. As you can see, These are statements for Brian, Liam, Ryan, and Fred. For example, Brian, the hotel looks really amazing. I like it. Brian said, so here the book put said, so we have to use said. That, and you can see that we can use it and we can omit it if we don't want to use it. The hotel looked, because we changed the tense from present to past. Really amazing, and that here you can use it or omit it. He liked it. He liked it. We use the past tense from like. And the other examples are the same. We changed the tenses if it's present to past and etc. We have to change it to make it in the reported speech. The last part in our lesson today, it's about speaking. So you have to interview your friend or classmate and ask him these questions. When did you go on holiday? And then you get the answer, and then you tell another or the class what he or she said. So I will show you just one example for this. As you can see here, when you ask your friend, he asking him, when did you go on holiday? And then this is maybe his answer. I went on holiday in December. Did you do anything special on your holiday? I visited the walk in Dubai. And then this student, he got all the answers, and now he wants to tell the class about his classmate. So maybe his classmate, his name is Rami. So Rami said that he had gone on holiday in December. Look how we changed this statement to reported speech. I visited the walk in Dubai. So Rami told me, because he telling the class, that he had visited the walk in Dubai. So you can see the difference here. This is our lesson for today. Thank you for watching me. I hope you get all the information and keep it up. Thank you.